Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I do not recommend this. I'm just telling you a story about what I did and how I don't play games. Basically, a lady made me wait. I pulled up. This was on Uber. Pulled up. They sitting there looking around. I guess they're moving. So they're like looking around. They're like talking to people that are moving their stuff around. And I'm sitting there watching them. And I'm watching the time just click away, click, click, click. And I'm like, why are they making me wait so long? And they look at the car, so they know I'm sitting there waiting. 3 passengers. They get in the car. Doesn't matter their nationality, but they happen to be black. And they were like, oh, how was your day? And I'm like, it would be going better if you guys didn't make me wait like the full 7 minutes. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I don't recommend, just because I'm already starting off bad by kind of insulting them. And they were like, oh, okay. And you know what? We'll take care of you. And I was like, as a driver, I hear that often. And I was like, oh, that's true. How much cash we got? After paying for the ride, I got an additional $10. Now, these are people I guarantee you, because they were so busy, she didn't even have her phone. I wouldn't have got a tip at all, because she doesn't have her phone to even initiate a tip. They just got in the car. And I happened to be taking them to a U-Haul place. So if you don't speak up, you won't get a tip. And I'm not saying you have to kind of go where I went, because it ended up good for me. But I was just kind of frustrated. And I was like, my day would be going better if you guys would, speed it up a little bit this morning. Ended up with the $10 tip. Obviously, the cost of the ride. This is how you gotta tell these passengers, maybe in that manner. I would have sugarcoated it. I would recommend you sugarcoat it a little bit. But you got to let these customers know these apps ain't paying me no real money. And half of you people, more than half, but just to sound better, half of you people don't tip. It almost works every time. Even with middle class people, they don't initiate a tip through the app for whatever reason. They're old school. They're used to like tipping their driver with usually cash, usually. I am going to get Cash App, but for right now, I only have PayPal and I take cash. Let these people know these apps ain't paying us like they used to. And she happened to be someone that used to do DoorDash. Not DoorDash, Grubhub, she said. So she had a little bit of sympathy for me, I think, because she used to be a gig worker. And I was like, oh, Grubhub, since they got bought out by, I think, DoorDash, they're paying worse. And she can relate to that, and that's how I got that $10. But these are people that would not have initiated a tip at all. They would have got in the car, got out, I would have never saw a tip. You speak up, it will increase your tips. It increased my tips by at least 30%, just speaking up. I'm not saying everybody that you complain about Uber and Lyft to is going to give you a tip. Some people simply don't have it because the ride is so high. But if they have it and they sympathize with your story, you will get a tip. Excuse me. So that's all I got for you today. I appreciate you guys. Continue support. Even you haters have a place in the content creation arena. So continue to hate. You few supporters I got, continue to support. If you haven't already, very few of you subscribe to the channel. Very few. If you haven't already, please. Other than for my shorts that most of you come here to watch some of the long form. Support the channel. Subscribe, like, comment, click the bell icon, and I'm going to see you guys in the next